Okay, so I want to do this video. I guess not showing my face, I guess. But, I'm going to try and let this video to be natural and fluid for me. I might cough some instances, but yeah, like everybody on social media thinks they're a life coach now. Sure it's one thing. Sure it's one thing to tell your story and everything. Sure it's one thing to tell your story and everything. But like if you go about it hastily, it's like you'll see like, okay, well everybody else is being all hasty about it, and it's not wrong. It's not wrong to go slower, which in society like condemns you, society like slaps your hand, for you somewhat being slower, for you taking your time. This shouldn't be happening. This kind of thing should not be happening. Right? So, does everybody on social media think that they're a life coach now? It's like, okay, well you can tell people things, but like why should they follow you? Like for what? What did they do that was so great? Unless you can display the cards out. Unless you can display the cards out to others about what this freaking person did. Like, why should this person be a life coach? What did he or she do to, make it out for something, or make it a movement or something. It's like we don't see these things out in the world, so like that should tell you, that whole situation should tell you like, okay, is this person really actively like doing something? Like, is this person actively like really, trying to change people's minds about what he or she believes in, or anything like that? If you don't see these people trying to really like help other people out, then that's a red flag. If you don't see somebody trying to help other people out, like they'll say one thing on the internet, but they themselves, they know deep down like they're not a humanitarian in any way, like that should just be a red flag. Like if this individual isn't really trying to help this other individual, study, learn. I don't, but the thing is, it's just like, I don't really know, like, what really to say about these other people out here, because now at this time, it's just like we're so disconnected from each other that, all that we need to know is each other. I'm like, that's, it's like, like these other studies and stuff, like it doesn't have to be like, I don't know if you guys will really like understand or like relate to what I'm saying, but from the teacher to the disciple, it's like you guys need each other, right? You guys need each other, but you guys should be learning from one another, and not having one individual like see you as like some kind of god or like some kind of deity. the disciple thinking that like the teacher knows it all. It shouldn't fucking be like that, but yet, people out here just want to be on like such a major power trip that they don't care about, the other individual as much learning, because, the higher up person who thinks he's a quote unquote teacher, like he wants all the shine and stuff. He or she wants all that shine. They don't want the student to like overpower them in some way, you know what I mean? So if you guys can relate to what I'm saying, like, sometimes it can be a total cliche. Like, like even the teacher, even though the teacher might be on an ego trip, like a major ego trip, like the student shouldn't like think like this fucking teacher is like a deity or like a god to them. It's like, no, well, the teacher can learn from the student too, you know? So everybody, I'm thinking everybody out here is just like on a big ego trip. Most people out here are like narcissists. They don't want to be told no and everything. It's like, well, it's like these people it's come to the point to where like these people just don't want to humble themselves down enough to really learn anything new, because they think that they know everything already. It's like, well, no. Shouldn't be on that much of a power trip, right? It's like you're still learning too. It's like, even though you're so-called like older, like you shouldn't be like on this ego trip to where like, oh yeah, I can't learn anything else. It shouldn't fucking be like that. But it is like that in most cases. Which is really, I don't know. It's strange to me, because I just think that, we should just be learning from each other. And not be on this big power trip, this big ego trip all the time, thinking that we know like everything. We're all learning something though, So everybody on social media just thinks like they're just fucking like this really like big life coach and stuff. Like everybody, like I have to state this in the video, like everybody on social media thinks that they're a life coach now. It's like, well, okay, all right, well, it's like I can't sway your mind about what I fucking say, so I guess you're just on this high horse, like on your channel, because you think that you know everything. No, nobody knows everything on this earth. I just gotta fucking say that. Nobody knows everything about this earth, and I have to say that because it's the truth. We're all learning. Each and every one of us is learning something new every single day. It's just like you can't claim to like know everything. It's ridiculous. I just think that's ridiculous. Yeah. So you shouldn't just like take somebody's word and like believe it right away, like, in some way, like it has to show you like fruits, it has to show you fruits, I guess, if you guys understand what that meaning. I don't even know. I don't even know what that really means, but I don't really know, to be honest with you. Because everybody, it just seems like everybody is just making stuff up for everybody else to believe, and it's just like, why fucking do that? I don't know, you guys. It's really weird. It's really weird because, you know, we're all trying to please people. You're all trying to please people and whatnot. It's like, what's with all this freaking pleasing for? What's with all this freaking pleasing for when you should be the one pleasing yourself? You should be the one freaking just caring for yourself.